This is a video that no parent wants to see. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office says this shows 30-year-old Jared Stanga trying to grab an 11-year-old girl at her school bus stop. As you can see, she fights him off and she manages to get away from him. Stanga now faces attempted kidnapping, aggravated assault, and battery charges. He's being held on $1.5 million bond. And joining us right now to talk more about this case is Officer Zach Hudson with Lake Mary PD. Great to see you, Zach. How are you?
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good, thanks. Okay, so obviously this is a very disconcerting video, right? But in a way, I'm thankful that it was caught on video because there is a lot to be learned from this, isn't there?
There really is. The first thing that you want to take as far as notes are what she did. She did what was necessary in order to get away from this guy. And that is something that probably could have saved her life.
Well, and one of the things that we do know as well is that he did have a knife with him, right? Which would not be unusual. If someone is going to do something like this, they probably have some sort of weapon, which that only adds to sort of the confusion for the child. What should they do? How do you handle something like that?
Well, you know, kids are quick. The faster a kid gets out of there, the better. Awareness is a major issue. You know, we got to talk to our kids. We got to make sure they understand when they're in public, they have to have an extra level of awareness. Things like stranger danger programs and having those conversations in your living room, making sure your kids have a plan and they understand what an appropriate response would be to get away from somebody.
Well, the other thing, too, I think is important here is that she did everything right leading up to this as well. We know that she told her high school principal or her principal at middle school that someone had driven up to the bus stop, that they spoke to her, that she was concerned about it. She did the right things leading up to this, but then this still happened.
Yeah, you also have to share that information with law enforcement. I don't know if that happened or not in this particular case. What I do know is her responses were outstanding. You know, when somebody grabs you, to drop your center of gravity is something they often teach in self-defense courses. I give her a lot of credit, and I'm just very thankful that she's okay.
I know that you're also a parent, Zach. When you watched this as a parent, what were some of the things going through your mind?
You know, the first thing I felt was anger, anger that our kids have to worry about these things. But the reality is they do. We can't live in fear, but we have to live, you know, in an element of awareness. You know, when you see things coming, when your head is up, you're not looking at your phone. I often tell my kids, get your face out of your phone when you're in a parking lot or when you're in a public area. Get those earbuds out. You know, it's a scary world out there.
No, it certainly is. And again, a lot to be learned from this. And we're so glad that it turned out the way it did. She got away and the person is now in jail. Officer Zach Hudson, thank you so much. Great to talk to you as always.
Thank you so much, Amy. Have a great day.
You too.